Happy Tuesday, and welcome back to Tuesdays with Jane. Um, Again, I hope this is in the right direction. It's backwards on my screen. So if it is, I will change it. But today, if you were with me last week, we did some coloring. This week, I don't know about you, but I do use a lot of thank you cards. So we're just going to make this quick and easy thank you card using Whisper White cardstock, Magenta Madness, Just Jade, Flowers for Every Season 6x6 Designer Series paper, little bit of stamping, and just layers. So we're going to start out with our basic card base, which is 8.5 by 5.5, and it's scored at 4.25. Then we're going to put on a layer of Just Jade, and the Just Jade is 5 3/8 by 4 1/8. Now I like to layer my layers with some glue. It's multi-purpose glue, only because it gives me a few extra minutes to manipulate this layer in case I do not get it straight. So it gives you just a little bit of time to move it around and make sure that everything is even. Then I'm going to take my layer of Magenta Madness, and this layer is, I hope I, wrong one, 5.25 by 4. And then I am going to take my DSP, and this is 3 7/8 by 5 1/8. And again, I like to use my glue, and I'm just looking at this layer here. I didn't hit this corner. So as a quick and easy tip, let me just grab a piece of paper. Just grab a scrap piece of paper. If you add a little glue to your scrap piece of paper, especially when you have a corner that's up, if you just lift it a little, stick that under, push down on it, and pull your paper out, that'll get you your glue under there and hold that corner down nice and easy. Do that? Okay, so we're just going to layer this DSP when I'm running out of glue. Just going to layer this down on our Magenta Madness. Just pull it down a little bit. Make sure it's even. And we're going to pop this up onto the front of the card. We're not going to let it lay flat. So we're going to add some dimensionals. Oops. All the products that I use will be in the description of this video. And if you'd like to see more of what I've created, you can go to galfridaystamping.com. This week, I usually do showcases, taking one stamp set and create all week with it. But this week, I'm doing 12 Days of Christmas in 6 days. And today, let me just get this layer. Today, I am on day number 2. And at the end of our 6th day, I will have a PDF available for sale. Now today's creation, let me just grab it. If you missed it, I created this cute little candy box or purse filled with candy, and on each end I added some Velcro, so you just lift this up and you can fill it with any kind of candy you want. So that was project number 2. And then for day 1, I created 2 different cards using the Don't Stop Believing stamp set. So if you'd like to catch, here's the inside of this one. If you'd like to catch all my creations this week, you can either head over to Facebook, Gal Friday Stamping Group, or you can check them out on my blog each and every day. So now I have a ornate layers out of the Just Jade. This is a nice small fancy little set. Got a few little pieces sticking here. And we're going to take this and we are going to pop this up onto the front of this card. Give it nice dimension so it doesn't lay flat. I'm going to put this up towards the top of the card instead of centering it, but I'm going to make sure it is even on both sides and that I get it straight. And that looks pretty good. Then I have a little piece of Whisper White, and this is 1 1/8 by 2 1/2, and this will fit nicely on this layer, the ornate layer. And I'm going to grab some Just Jade, and thank you from, let me see what I did with the stamp set. I'm not sure where I put the stamp set for this thank you. Nope, that's not it. I do this every time. I have so many things I'm working on. Here it is. I grabbed the thank you from the Beautiful Autumn set. So we're going to use that with the Just Jade. And we're going to, ink this up. And I think I'll stand for this. And we're just going to make sure it's centered. Give it a nice stamp. That looks good. Close up the stamp pad. And I'm going to grab my little corner punch. And I am just going to round off the corners. Just like that. And we're going to take this and pop it right up onto our ornate layer. And what I'm going to do is put my dimensionals on here. Just like that. And I'm going to try to get this so it is centered. I'm going to just pull it to me for a second. Make sure that I get it right in the middle here and that it's straight. That looks good. Okay. Then I'm going to grab some Magenta In Color ribbon and we're going to make a bow. Quick and easy way to make a bow is get a little tail, hold it between your pointer and your thumb, and then we're going to take the long tail that's attached to the ribbon, wrap it around your pointer and your middle finger, and then hold that piece also between your thumb and your pointer. And at this point in time, you can cut it. Give yourself enough that it won't be too small to create your ribbon. Then we're going to take this tail, put it between our fingers, just like that, making sure that it's laying flat. Tuck it under this piece. Oop, come on, Eggs, you got to get down. My helper. Take this, and we're going to go through your fingers under this piece. I'm going to put it through that loop that we just created and pull. And make sure it's nice and tight. Just like your fingers. Get your little loops so they're even. You can puff them up a little bit if you need be. And we're going to take this, and before I cut the tails, let me just grab some some glue dots. And these are glue dots that I had left over from one of my paper pumpkin kits. And we're just going to stick this right on the bottom of the thank you in the center. Take our bow, make sure it's centered, puff up those ribbons, and then cut these tails. I like to just pull them down so we can see where this one should be cut. And then there's the outside of your card. I'll save this so I can have just a little ribbon for later. Now let's work on the inside of the card. This actually is going to be very simple. We have a Magenta Madness 5 3/8 by 4 1/8, and a Whisper White that is 5 1/4 by 4. Then I have a piece of Magenta Madness that is a 1/2 inch wide, and then the DSP that is 3/8 of an inch wide. Now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to layer this, and yes, it is longer than the card itself, but I'm going to show you a little trick so you can make sure that you get your ends, the end of this right to the end of your card. So we're just going to layer this, making sure it's centered. Just a little tiny piece on each end. And then we're going to add some glue to the back of this. And we're going to take this and just line it up against the side. And if you hold it up, this is why I'm using glue. If you hold it up on its edge and push this piece down, it will line up with the edge of your page very nicely. You have no overhang. It's nice and even. Make sure that's dry. And then we can trim this off so we have a nice edge. Just like that. Then we're going to just layer this on our Magenta Madness. Like I said, all the products will be in the description. I will have a PDF for this on my newsletter this week. If you'd like to sign up for the newsletter and get all the dimensions and a free PDF for this card, just go to galfridaystamping.com and you can sign up for the newsletter. It'll either pop up or you can go to the crossbar on the top of the blog and you can sign up there. I give away a free PDF each week on my newsletter. And then I also give a free PDF on Thursdays in Gal Friday Stamping Group when I do my lives on Thursday nights. So there's our thank you card. 2 pretty cards. We just did this up really quick and easy card for all the thank yous that you need. Thanks so much for stopping by. I'll see you next Tuesday. And like I said, if you'd like to see another creation on Thursday nights, join me in Gal Friday Stamping Group on Facebook. Have a great day. Bye-bye.